Hi, I'm Kate Hahn with TV Insider, and we are speaking with the cast and creators of Westworld. Going into season 4, Evan Rachel Wood, you play a new character, Christina. She is different than Dolores, and she sort of has like a very sort of regular life, working girl in a big city, but some strange goings on are happening with her. What can you tell us about Christina?
Well, what you said, she's my approach this season was much more human and vulnerable, and she's a little awkward, kind of a loner, a hermit. Her roommate, Ariana DeBose, has to really, get her out of the house, get her on dates, get her to do stuff. But like Dolores, there's this feeling that she has that something isn't right. She doesn't know if somebody's watching her. She doesn't know what exactly is going on, but she knows that she's searching for a question, not even an answer, but like, what is the question to what I'm feeling or what I'm noticing about my world. So it was really fun for me to approach this new character in a way that felt much more human instead of host.
And she goes after answers for these questions, doesn't she?
Yes, I think she goes searching for, questions, no, answers and then questions, maybe. It's always like backwards in Westworld, I feel like.
So, Lisa, just tell us where we come back to these characters, where we come back to this world. How much time has passed?
Just over 7 years since we last saw our characters and war had broken out, and we see them now in a period of ostensible peace, where order has been restored, and some things seem really different. They aren't using hosts or machines as much to do work because of what happened previously, but some things have stayed the same. Caleb has the same dead-end job that he used to have, and we explore that world to see, can this quiet moment of peace last, or do humans necessarily tend to recapitulate into violence and fighting?
Well, we will certainly find out about that. We also have James Marsden back. And I'm wondering if, there might be a Teddy Dolores reunion, but kind of in a different way with two new people entirely.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that is the question with both of these characters. It's exciting that James Marsden is back and that there is the possibility of a Dolores and Teddy reunion, but are they still Dolores and Teddy, and will they still interact with each other in the same way? I think is what's going to be interesting for people to maybe take a look at this season. Like my little shoulder moves there. Can't get anything away.
Tessa Thompson, you are back as Charlotte Hall, and she is a powerhouse this season. What does she want, and how far will she go to get
it? Well, you'll just have to watch the whole season to find out how far she'll go. But I can say to great lengths. I think she wants a future for host kind that honors, I think, how special they are as beings. And I think it's something that we haven't seen before, and something that she's imagined. And I think she'll go great lengths to get us there. And whether her the efforts of her pursuit are a little dark or murky, I think deep down she really has a very righteous vision, for better or worse. Yeah.
Well, Ed Harris, we do know that William, the Man in Black, returns, but we don't really know in what form. What can you tell us about who his allies are this season? Whether he's human or AI, we don't know, but who is he kind of lining himself up with? Anyone, or is he on his own?
Well, I think we know that he's he's an AI figure now, from the last year, end of the last season. And he's been programmed to be aligned with our dear friend Hale, or whoever she is at this, Tessa's care. Very much so. Yeah.
Angela, Clementine is back. We're very happy to see Clementine again. Is she the Clementine we know and love, sort of love?
Like she is in the beginning. She is the Clementine that has freedom. Like maybe not the Clementine that we've seen her in previous. Besides 3, I think after that she gains her freedom. But after that, I was saying earlier that after being part of this group, I kind of approached her a little differently because I was thinking it's so opposite her makeup of who she has been in the past that I wanted to play the duality of being programmed to do one thing and yet almost there's a vacancy there's a conflict within herself.
Aaron Paul, Caleb's life is very different when we come back in season 4. It seems like he's kind of living the good life. Catch us up on that.
Yeah. It does seem like he's kind of living the good life, when you catch up with him, reintroduced him in season 4, you can see that some serious time has passed. It's been 7 years since really the finale of season 3. They went into a pretty major war, and it seems as if they won. Humans, they turned off the machines, and actually Caleb's back to his day-to-day job, and he has now people very, very, very close to him. But he has a sneaky suspicion that the war is not over, and there's some looming darkness just right around the corner, and he's actually suffering from some serious PTSD from the ramifications of said war. But it's about to get messy,
to say the least. Well, we do see him back with Maeve this season eventually, and they were very strong together in the previous season, and we even get some flashbacks to the war. What is his relationship with Maeve in this season, in season 4?
There's a very strong relationship. It's a complicated relationship. Season 4 starts off with, post their big interaction with the war and everything they went through and what happened during that time of 7 years. And throughout this season 4, you get little glimpses of their relationship and, why their relationship is where it's at the beginning of the season, later on in the season, which it's a beautiful way to, reveal sort of the past. But I was so excited to work opposite Tandaway for the majority of the season.
Yeah, you have some wonderful scenes together, and Alison, I understand you wrote some of those scenes. Welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. So what was it like creating this arc? Because Aaron Paul's character Caleb has quite an arc. Once you get to episode 4, you're like, wait, I don't understand what's happening. What's going on?
I think for Caleb and Maeve as characters in a series that's all about hosts and humans and how complicated their relationships are, and are they always going to be sort of defined by or dealing with, violence and struggles for dominance, and can they evolve past their various codes? I feel like we wanted to have a space in the series where we could have a host and a human interacting and kind of making sort of cross-species alliances in a way that felt very real and necessary for us to, keep deepening our empathy for each other.
Jeffrey Wright and Luke Hemsworth, your characters, Bernard and Stubbs, are almost in like a buddy action movie at the beginning of season 4. You're on a mission to save the world. Jeffrey, why is the world worth saving to Bernard?
I think that Bernard has always been, to some extent, unfortunately conflicted between host and human, both, internally and also externally. So I think he has, he's got a foot in each grave, and he's trying to figure out how to reconcile that.
Luke, what about Stubbs?
There's a core directive to these to these hosts, which comes back to one of the the original laws of artificial intelligence was that you do no wrong to human life, right? You never hurt. Above all, you never hurt someone, and I think it's the hosts emulating humanity, trying to be human. It's the ultimate sort of ideology to reach, I guess, that humanity is savable and worth saving. And I think Stubbs has always been of that opinion. He spent his existence, protecting hosts. But ultimately, I think it's crystallizing that that he needs to play a part, and that humanity is worth saving.
Westworld premieres June 26th on HBO. For more insider videos like this, click subscribe.